Welcome back to MD Triple Creek Ranch. Tonight, we got the babies in bed, Mama's back, but it's been a busy day. So, we're getting into fall, we're getting into the cold weather, so it's time to start actually dealing with the two tanks that aren't the in-ground automatic waterers. They are the Rubbermaid 150-gallon tanks. I have one for this lot, and then I have another one for the horse lot, just to the east of the house. So we gotta do this for both of them. We've picked up the Rubbermaid drain plug de-icer. So what needs to happen is we need to pull the plug on the bottom of this Rubbermaid tote, drain out all the water, and then install this guy. Should be pretty simple. Also need to pull the automatic water off the side of this tank, because with it being so cold, it's just not going to work anymore. Once it starts freezing, it's just going to freeze up and become problems. So that is the plan for tonight, because everybody needs to work in the dark. That makes it fun. So this is a little bit closer shot of the actual tub. The drain plug is right there at the bottom in the center. So that right there is the plug we just got to pull out. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, now I just set my wrench down somewhere down in here. There it is. Haha. So we've got my adjustable wrench. Try to see if I can make it work with the adjustable wrench. Currently trying to take this plug out so it can actually drain the tank. Holy crap, cat! You scared me. I thought you were a panther. I thought you were gonna get me. At some point I'd imagine it's just gonna give way and start spewing water. Hey, there it is! So now we're just gonna sit here and watch my water tank, continue to pee all over the ground. Yep, just stand here watching my water tank take a piss. Still peeing. Yeah. So apparently this is what my channel's about. Watching inanimate objects pee. Good video on watching my tractor pee. Now we're watching the tank pee. So while we're watching the tank pee, let's go through this box. So it's the Rubbermaid drain plug de-icer. Picked this up at Tractor Supply. And inside here, you have the heating element and the cord. So pretty basic. And there's the gasket trying to run away on me. And then on the inside, you have this ring that's going to screw on, followed by another gasket. Pretty basic, pretty simple, which is a good thing because I like simplicity. Okay, so let's actually read the instructions. Step 1. Unscrew plastic nut on outside of the tank. Remove entire drain plug assembly and save for future use. Place one washer over the cord and onto the threaded flange. Rotate the supply cord and threaded flange through the hole from the inside of the tank. Place remaining washer over cord and onto thread flange. Secure de-icer to tank with plastic nut. Hand tighten until snug. Do not over tighten. Plug into properly installed GFCI. Do not use extension cord. How are you going to plug this into a properly GFI without an extension cord? Do they really think I'm going to have a proper plug out here in the middle of a farm lot? No. Of course I have to use an extension cord. But the instructions say, do not use an extension cord. So this is the inside of the flange that we need to take off. So you see these two little ribs, they actually hold it, can keep the backside from spinning. So that should make things a little easier. Just got to get the nut from the outside off. So I'm going to opt for flipping it upside down so I'm not working right there on the ground. And that right there is the piece that we need to get off. So because it's not super tight, I'm kind of just using my wrench's teeth. It doesn't have teeth, but I'm kind of using it as teeth to grab it and start breaking it free. So that was enough to at least loosen it. I don't know what I'd do if somebody had actually got a big enough wrench on this thing and cinched it down. But realistically, it just has to be tight enough so your rubber gaskets can actually do their job and keep the water in. It doesn't have to be on super tight, just snug. So this is the drain plug assembly. So it's got your back plate that has your threads on it. So this is the drain plug assembly kit. It's your back plate. It's got threads on the outside and inside. Inside threads are for your actual drain plug. So I'll go ahead and put that plug back in. Then you put your gasket on. Then at this point, if this was spring, I would then slide this through that hole up in here. And then from the outside, attach your nut onto that flange. So I'm going to keep this assembled just as is so I can put this in my shed, and hopefully I'll find this next spring and I'll actually be able to put this back in place and the heating element can come out. So now the installation of the Rubbermaid drain plug de-icer. It's pretty simple. You got your heating element. It's exactly like your drain plug flange, except instead of it having the drain plug, it's obviously filled with the electronics. So it's got your gasket. So that's going to be the gasket for the inside. And then on the outside, it's got another gasket and your nut. So we're going to fish the cord through the hole. Going to make sure that gasket is put back in place. I do not want the heating element on the bottom. Okay. So from the outside, I'm taking the gasket, then the nut, and I'm threading it through the extension cord. So gasket's in place, and I'm putting the nut on. Screw that in place. Just making sure everything on the inside looks right, which I'm happy with. And I just want to put a little bit more pressure on it, because that's barely hand tight. Alright, that's snug. So that should be the installation of the Rubbermaid drain plug de-icer. So now it's just a matter of throw this back over the fence, fill it up with water, and plug it in. And we should not have a problem with this tank freezing up anymore. And then I'll have the other tank in the horse lot to do as well. So that should be it. Let's do it. So I got this little stubby hose. I just kind of shove it in the tank. Okay. So the tank's filling up. I'm going to take this extension cord and do several wraps around this pipe here. Just so it's going to be up off the ground. Hopefully in a manner that no animals or anything's going to be a problem with it. And then I'll come through back here and plug it back in. Or plug it in for the first time. So at this point I'm just waiting for the tank to fill up with water, and then the last thing I'll do is I'll unplug my spotlight that's, actually making it so you can see me, because it is, freaking dark as all get out right now. Yeah, I'll take that extension cord and I'll plug it in, and hopefully that cord will be up off the ground through the winter, and hopefully we won't have any issues with it. The other end of the extension cord is plugged into a GFI circuit. These little automatic floats, fillers, work really, really well. They're about 10 bucks at Tractor Supply. Problem with them is as we're going into winter, this whole hose is going to freeze up. And if If this freezes up, then that whole faucet is going to freeze. So instead, I have this 3-foot hose attached to it. So when we're done filling this up, I'll pull this hose out and let it hang and just turn everything off. Just means every day I got to come out and check the horse water tanks. Which it's part of the joys of winter. One more thing to do. Well, I hope you enjoyed this content. If you do, please click the like and subscribe buttons and the little bell notifications. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know that you actually got something out of this. Joys of working in the dark. Makes it hard to find your tools. Makes it hard to do everything. Yeah, alright, I'm done. I'm going to go sit in the truck while this finishes filling. So, I guess I could leave this recorded and you could just watch it fill, but nobody's going to want to watch that. So, I'm going to turn it off now. So now, the installation of the Rubbermaid de-icer. Bam! Do I look good? Okay, so it's 150 gallons, 150 gallons, 150 gallons. You're stupid bright. Let's stand on this side a little bit. Well, look into the light. Right? I look into the light. Test shot. We like some test shot. Look at my face. Look at my face. Do I look sexy? Showing off my display box. Play up. Snap you tree. Ninja snap. Hiya! Alright, we're okay. Just violently assaulted my tree a little bit. That's okay. Rubbermaid drain plug de-icer.